I am going to just basically jump right into it because you already know what's going on. Again, I do apologize for all of the inconveniences that this has caused as far as signal, as far as getting things together. It is what it is, so let's move forward. So what you should basically have so far is all the printouts of all of your drawings, and it's for your color flow. You should have that already done. You should have all of your tips. You should have everything that was on the list that I had actually applied for you. Just remember that sanitation is my #1 concern. Make sure that you're always cleaning up before and after yourself. If you have any pets, you want to go ahead and make sure that there's absolutely no pets in a in the vicinity of where you are baking and cooking at. But keep in mind, if you do have a pet in your place where you're at, there's still dander and all kinds of hair still floating in the air that could possibly still land on any of your cakes or your desserts. So please keep that in mind. That's why most people, and also sanitation from Culinary, they ask that you have a pet-free workplace so that these things don't happen. You're going to need your flour nail #7, your tip brush, your standard couplers, your featherweight bags, your disposable bags, your straight and your angular spatulas. You're going to need your gel colors, your flour lifter or scissors, 3 different bowls, something similar to these. I love these bowls. These were given to me as a gift. They're wonderful. You're going to need your cake combs. Remember what I told you what the cake combs are? You're going to need your parchment paper, clown or doll heads. You're going to need tip numbers 3, 12, 16, 21, 104, 67, 2D as in Douglas, and your triple star tip. Your triple star tip looks like this. And this is the one that you're going to be actually doing it's your choice. You could do your character cake with this, which is going to be a lot faster to use this. Or you could use your number 21 tip. Either or. 16, 21, or your triple star tip. One of the 3. Okay. So, let's get right into it. You're going to need your buttercream, your color flow, and your raw icing recipes. Those are the 3 recipes you're going to use because we're going to be doing everything straight through as much as we can. So there's going to be quite a few videos coming to you back to back to back. So I hope that it works out this way so we can get it going. As I tried to explain before, we're going to start right from the beginning. You're going to need parchment squares. These are parchment squares. Then from your parchment papers, you're going to need to cut these out, and you're going to need a whole lot of them. So I keep them in a bowl. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of them because we're going to be using these for our flour nail and for our flowers. Okay? So you want to go ahead and take your parchment paper as such. So this would be your parchment paper. You're going to take it out, cut it out. You're going to fold it again, fold it one more time, and fold it again. And just go ahead and just cut them out into these squares. And just cut them out. Just keep cutting them out until you get a whole bunch of them. Then go ahead and put them in a bowl or put them in a box or put them somewhere right next to you, okay? All right. Excuse me. We're going to be learning 8 different flowers. You're going to be learning the violet flower. Remember, I sent these to you, so you should have cut these out already. So you're going to learn the violet flower, the violet leaf, the apple blossom, the pansy, primrose, daisy, the mum, which is chrysanthemum, and the basic daffodil. These are the 8 basic buttercream flowers that all cake decorators should know. No matter who you are, if you are decorating cakes, these 8 basic flowers around the world, you basically should know them. Alrighty. So let's get started. So you've already cut parchment papers, your boards. Let's start out with our cake boards. So I went ahead the other day and I did a demonstration, and I already did a cake board for you. So basically, this is what the cake board is going to look like with the aluminum foil. So in the stores, you have a variety of cake boards that you can purchase that already come professionally done. You have the silver ones, and then you also have the gold ones. And there's so many different types that you can buy from AliExpress or eBay or Amazon. They already come used. But unfortunately, if you don't have the money to buy those, or you just don't have the time, this would be perfect. So you would go ahead, you have double boards. You're going to take two boards. You're going to take two boards together. And right here, you're going to put either raw icing you're going to put something here to hold it. I use raw icing, but you can also use hot glue if you want to. You can use hot glue. You can also use anything that will bond it together, basically. So anything that will bond it, you go ahead and you bond it and you put them together, and you have two pieces, just like such. See? And then you want to go ahead and you want to take your aluminum foil. You want to place your aluminum foil face down, just like such. You want to go ahead and place it down. And then you want to head around the entire circumference of the cake board. You want to cut. You want to cut to the cake board. Cut to the cake board so that you can have something similar to this. So you want to go ahead and you want to fold them up into the cake board itself, and then go ahead and tape it. Go ahead and tape it. And then once you go ahead and you've done all of that, you'll end up with something hopefully a little bit more smoother than this, because I did this very quickly. You want to go ahead and take your time and do it, because normally nobody's not going to really see this unless they pick it up, which they normally don't. The surface is what they basically are looking for, like this. So you want to go ahead and run your hand around the front of it, the side of it, make it nice and smooth, nice and pretty. And you can make about maybe 4, maybe 5 of these at a time, so that you can have them when you're ready for them. And this is a quick, easy, and inexpensive way of having a cake board. Okay? Got it? Wonderful. So we have our cake boards now. Great. Moving on. All right. We're going to go out with our color flow. So you go ahead and you have your buttercream recipe. Your buttercream recipe is going to be for your cake. So go ahead and put that aside. It's going to be almost towards the end of what we're going to do. So you want to go ahead and have your color flow. Go ahead, and I want to work on a color flow first so that that project can actually dry. So you want to go ahead and you want to have your color flow and your raw icing, because it's the same two entities. But make sure that you remember what you're putting what in, because it's two different projects. Again, I have placed online the difference between raw icing and color flow so that you understand the entities of the two of them. So don't mix them together. So you want to go ahead and take a bowl, and right now it should be at a stiff consistency. Go ahead and separate them into the bowls. So you want to go ahead and separate them. And then you want to go ahead and use any color you want. Go ahead and mix your colors. Go ahead and mix your colors. So I can go ahead and show you what I did. See? This one is black. It's like a dark brown. A dark brown. So you want to go ahead and you want to mix your colors. With both objects, you either want to tightly seal them, tightly seal them, or take a damp towel and go ahead, like I'm doing right here, because this is color flow. You want to go ahead and you want to cover the entire thing in a damp cloth and then set it to the side until you're ready to use it. Okay? So you go ahead and you did that. You go ahead and you separate everything. You go ahead and have your colors. So, oh, excuse me. You want to go ahead and have like 2 or 3 colors of color flow, 2 or 3 colors of raw icing. Predominantly yellow, blue, and maybe white, yellow, blue, and white. And then you can go ahead and you can mix up some more colors later. So, okay, now that you've done that, go ahead, take your time, put it on pause. Go ahead and do that first. Mix your colors. Go ahead and mix it up with your spatulas like this inside your bowl, with your angular spatula or your straight spatula. And then you mix it up in a bowl. Make sure the color is nice and complete. You only need a few drops. Don't get carried away, because most colors are solidified. So all you need is just a few, 1, 2, 3 drops, depending on what kind of color you want. So if you want a light, pretty color, use 1 drop, mix, and then go as you need. But don't pour it in there, because you're going to get some really dark, outrageous color. Or just do what I do. Mix colors together and then hope for the best, and it'll come out to be a new color. That's what I do sometimes. Alrighty. So let's go ahead to our color flow. Now, I'm going to show you some examples of color flow. Now, you're going to laugh, but that's the purpose of me showing you this. So when you use color flow, let me move this closer, and you take the design off, it's going to leave an outline. So you can actually use this again. And I love, 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 love this character. This character is so funny. It came from my pillowcase. See, I took it right from a pillowcase. See? This is so funny. These are really, 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 really good to have on a cake, because it's funny, especially if it's like an over-the-hill cake, a 50s cake, 60s cake. These are really, really funny to have. So you can just keep this, fold it up, and keep it in a box or keep it in an envelope, so you won't have to go over it again. But I'm going to use this to show you how to do the outlines and everything. But let me show you my colorful pieces first, so you can see what's going on. So when you are not careful with color flow, let me just lift it up so I can show you. When you're not careful with your color flow will snap. Yes. I have to show you the good, the bad, and the indifferent. When I moved it too early and it snapped. It snapped at the bottom, it snapped at the top, and the flag. This was the color guard piece that I had posted before. So you guys actually saw it in its drying process. But so, there you go. See, it broke again. These are very, very delicate. So do not move it until you are ready to place it on your cake. You want to go ahead and loosen it up so that it's pretty loose. But look how pretty this is. You see the outline that it leaves? Very, very pretty. Very nice. Very pretty. Okay. Very, very pretty outline. So you want to go ahead and try not to do much, because it's going to break. So that's the bad part about it. That's why I always say make 2, make 3 pieces when it comes to color flow. It can also happen with raw icing, because remember, you can use raw icing also as a substitute. But the difference between the raw icing and the color flow, you're not going to get the shine, and you're not going to get the bubble at the end when it dries, because it's really, when you put it under the light, it shines really, really nicely. So this is my finished color flow piece. See? So when it's done correctly, that's the back. This is the front. Keep in mind, the thinner you do it, the harder it's going to be for you to handle it. The thicker you do it, the easier it's going to be for you to handle it. This is 3 coats of color flow, because as you can see, the thicker outline here, and inside is a little bit thinner, and I didn't want to flood it so much because I wanted this effect to the shoe. So you have the entire shoe, see? And that's my final piece. And then look at the outline. So I can go ahead and I can keep all of these as my templates for future projects if I want to do a boot, a shoe, or a happy face. So I can go ahead and I can keep those. But let's go ahead and let's outline our color flow piece. So this is going to be my piece. You guys should have your piece, and you go ahead and what you basically are going to do is you're going to parchment